What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another video. Are you a freelancer, contractor, got a lemonade stand? This video I'm going to show you how you can open your own LLC if you're in the US for under $200. I've never opened a business overseas, so I can't really give advice for that, but I can tell you how to open a business here and why you would want to. So let's talk about that first. Why would you want to open an LLC if you're already a freelancer or a contractor? Well, LLC stands for Limited Liability Corporation. Liability means that they can only come after your company. So let me back up a little bit and say, if you're a freelancer or a contractor, you're doing work for a company, you mess up, something goes bad, they don't like the work, and they want to sue you. They can sue you, and they can take all your personal assets. They can take your house, they can take your car, they can take your kids and your wife, like, they could take everything you have. But if you have an LLC, Limited Liability Corporation, they can only come after your LLC and the assets underneath that LLC. So it gives you like a shield, a little bit of protection there. In addition to that, it also helps you keep track of your business expenses. When you're just a freelancer or a contractor and you're using the same account, maybe you're not using the same account, but if you are, things can get a little bit muddied or in this weird gray area when you're trying to business expense things when tax time comes around, right? Was this a personal expense or a business expense? I guess I'll mark it as business. Then you got the IRS. When you open an LLC, you can get an EIN, which is the number you need to register your business with the IRS and to open a business bank account. And when you open a business bank account, you can run your business expenses through there and you keep track of what you bought. It's a whole lot easier to separate out personal expenses and business expenses. Now, you don't actually have to register the LLC in the state that you live in. You can open an LLC in any state, right? So I live in Utah. My LLC is not registered in the state of Utah. Why would I do that? Well, there are a number of reasons you want to do that. The most popular states for this are Delaware, Wyoming, and Nevada. So you can live in a state, have your business registered, let's say in Delaware, and I only pay taxes to the state of Utah. I don't have to pay any taxes to the state of Delaware, even though I live there. So if you were to flip-flop that and open it in a state that requires you to pay taxes to that state, even if your business is, if you're making money somewhere else, you'd be getting taxed twice. Also, there's a number of reasons like anonymity. They provide a certain amount of like privacy and protection. I'll let you guys Google all of that, but the premise of this is you don't have to open a business in the same state that you live. You don't have to go down to your local courthouse or whatever and open the business. You can just do it all online. Started with LegalZoom, and I went through the steps of doing LegalZoom, and it was like $600 something. And then I went to a different website, and it totaled being $186 or something like that. LegalZoom is pretty expensive, and you don't have to go through LegalZoom. They just make the UI UX really easy to go through and click next, 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 which tends to get people's money because it's a nice experience. They don't have to think too much. But I think that's a lot of money to have to pay, especially if you're starting out like me. $600 is a chunk of change for me, and I can't just be like, that's just a lot of money. We're going to use a different website. It's called Small Biz. Let's jump over here to the computer and I can walk you through the process. I know what it looks like. I know this website looks like it's from 2005, but this is where I went and this works. You can pick a state. If you pick a state outside of where you live, you'll need what's called a registered agent, which is provided by this website. But essentially what that is someone living in that state representing your company. And they have like little P.O. boxes all over the United States where they have like little, the people registered to those are your registered agents. So that's all taken care of through the website. Just if you see that, that's what that means. We'll come down here and pick Utah just because that's where I live here for this example. Incorporate, order, more info. Well, we want to form an LLC, formation state, Utah. And so we can select the custom packages here. Let me zoom in on this some. But essentially we have the premium package, complete package, build your own. What I did build your own. Every state has a different amount of fees. So let's see, state fees, $72, small biz filing. If you get the EIN here, they'll fill that out for you and they'll obtain it. But this is really easy to do. You can just go to the IRS's website and put in your company's address and all of that and register your company, and then they give you an EIN and you take that number to the bank. So I didn't get this. I didn't get the deluxe LLC kit or anything like that. I just got the documents, the digital documents, and everything that I needed mailed to me. I did pay more for expedited service because I was in a rush. I probably shouldn't have done that. FedEx ground, 1 to 6 business days, so $197, still under $200 for the state of Utah. This is really all you need. I think it was a little bit cheaper where I'd registered mine, and that's why this is so much different. This is pretty much all you need. Let's come down here and look at the filing additions. So we're not out of state. We don't need a registered agent. Digital company seal. We don't need any of that. Good standing. Copy of articles. This is up to you. A copy of articles is just like your rules. Like if you've ever seen Pirates of the Caribbean and they have like the Pirates Code. It's kind of like what this is, but for your own business. International, yeah, that's good. 430, other filing. We don't need any of this. You just need the bare minimum to create the LLC. And then if you click continue, it'll ask you what you want to name it. Username, password, it's going to ask you to register, and then you can just work through this. So first they sent me to the digital documents, and then after a few days I got the physical documents, which were mailed from the state that I registered my LLC in. Let me show you guys how you can get your EIN number, so that you can take that EIN number with all your paperwork. Once they mail you that, you can take that to a bank like Wells Fargo. That's where I got mine. Then you can open a business account. All right, so we're at the IRS's website. It's irs.gov/business/small stuff. I'll put that link in the description. Step 1, determine your eligibility. Yeah, once you already have the business, you already have the paperwork, you have all of that, everything that you're required to have, and you come in here, submit your application. Now it says application. It doesn't take very long. At the end of the application, it just gives you your number. Like, no one is like, we're waiting to approve it. Like, that's not how it went for me, because your business is already registered with a state. And so you can just come in here, put in all the information that you got from smallbiz.com, and then it just pops out your EIN at the end. And so make sure to write that down, print that out, and then you take all that to the bank that you want to go to, and then open a business bank account. For me, since my business isn't here in the same state that I live in, I have to go to like one of the larger branches that has like a branch in every single state. I couldn't go to my credit union, which is what I normally use, because they have like no fees on your checking account and stuff like that. But just be careful if you do that, because you won't be able to register a business bank account with like your credit union if you live in Arizona and you open a business in Hawaii, probably. So that's one of the little gotchas with this. But I mean, it's really not hard to make your own business. So if we go to LegalZoom, so we want to go to business formation, we want an LLC. Let's see, grind reel. It appears to be available. So we walk through this, it's already running. See how easy it is to walk through this? This is why it costs so much at the end. No, we're not gonna have employees. They have a little upsell here, making sure that you're about halfway through the process. They gotta make sure they keep you going through the process here. And so you can get the complete package for $249, or just operating agreement plus EIN, but I didn't know what any of this stuff meant, so I was just like, I probably need everything, right? This one, no thanks. I did no thanks on all the trials, which can really add up, right? So $349 plus $151 for the Utah filing fee, and we saw here at this other website, Utah filing fee is $72. You can see the huge upsell margin that they're getting here on you, and $349. Here's 79 plus 76, no EIN, and it's done. No thanks for that upsell. And it's done in 30 days. Okay, so here we go. We have Economy LLC operating agreement, $249, $404 with no promo code. And this is just like the bare bones and minimum. So if we come back over here, if I take the one that I was going to take here, no thanks, $749, and you can see the price difference here. I get it, extra $90. The total price down here with everything is $197. I have no idea how long this is going to take for $749. So this is how you do it. This is how you make an LLC. So apparently my camera back there ran out of battery, even though it was charging all night. So that's kind of nice. But this is how you make an LLC, guys. This is what it takes. LegalZoom's really simple. $749. You can do smallbiz.com, $107, and it still takes you the same amount of time. So hopefully this helps you out. If you're ever thinking about making your own business, you'll skip the LegalZoom, skip the fluff, skip all this extra expensive stuff. I showed you how to get everything that you need. Just make sure if you register out of state, you get that registered agent. You don't want to be forgetting that. That's really the only gotcha. Other than that, I think you're just overpaying. This is my first business video. This is my first business-based video. Hopefully you guys learn something from this. If you're ever thinking of making your own business, just do it for cheap, get the bare minimum. It can be really intimidating, kind of complicated if you don't know what you're doing. It was for me, and I almost clicked this checkout button. So I really wish someone else would have been there for me, and so I'm trying to help you guys out and show you that it's not actually that complicated. And once you get the paperwork, you just go to the bank, boom, it's all set up, and they mail you your business cards, and then how you take payments to that bank is up to you, right? You could do PayPal and move it over. You could do any number of things. But I hope this helps you out. It's a little bit of an entrepreneur standpoint video. If you're out there freelancing or you're thinking about being freelance, hope this video helped you out. If it did, hit that sub button, hit that like button, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.